Hello Aquarius, welcome to your weekly tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, and consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide, okay? And remember that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here is a Queen of Cups. Let's see what's going on with that Queen of Cups, all right? We're going to do our Dove and Serpent spread. And as I lay these cards out, I also want to say that if there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know in the comments, okay? A lot of water here already today. A lot of water, a lot of major arcana. So this is going to be a deep one, I think. For the mystery card, bonus card, for the confirmation card, well, let's use the trusty old Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And this is going to be the card that we set aside. We don't look at it until the very end of the reading, and hopefully that will, give us the confirmation that we need right at the end of things, okay? Kind of tie everything together. All right, so looking around here, we've got major, 5 majors. We've got water, 5 waters. And then we have, well, that's pretty much it. Just water and majors. So let's start with this Queen of Cups here. Got a lot of water. I'm already feeling like there's a wealth of emotion here. It feels to me like there is a strong emotional connection with someone. Could be this water sign person. Could be an older feminine energy here. That it seems like we go from good emotions to kind of bad emotions to kind of mixed emotions. It's like we're running the full spectrum of feelings here, right? I don't know if this is a maternal figure, right? Queen of Wands could be an older feminine energy, an older maternal type of energy. I think that you and this person have had a rather tumultuous past. We do see this lust or strength card here in the recent past, and that kind of, to me, is suggesting a struggle for power, a struggle for control, maybe even a struggle to be our own person against some of this influence. Okay, so I'm getting kind of this maternal vibe here. Okay, could be older sibling, could be mom, grandma, could be an auntie, could be anyone. Really, it doesn't have to be gender specific. Anyone that had that maternal, nurturing type of role in your life, either past or presently. Okay. And God, I'm still overwhelmed by the amount of these major arcana. Again, 1, 2, 3, right? I'm sure I'm counting this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then water cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one 5. So there's a lot of major emotional energy going on with this person. And I don't know what kind of relationship you had with them, other than it being rather tumultuous and a bit of a roller coaster. Okay? But I think you're someone that you try very hard to understand people. I mean, you're Aquarius after all. You're kind of the forward thinker, the very progressive thinker. So it feels to me like perhaps this person, if it is a maternal person, we're just going to go ahead and say this maternal energy. It feels to me like they had very specific, maybe plans for you. They had a very specific vision of how you should live your life, right? Or the paths that you should be taking in your life. But I feel like you're not a traditionalist in that way. You want to go against the grain here, right? You don't want to conform to the expectations of perhaps this person, perhaps family, perhaps society. You want to go your own way. You want to do something unique. You want to do something that's special to you. But at the same time, you have a tremendous sense of compassion and love. So I think you've been very accepting and tolerant of this person for quite some time. Perhaps your whole life, right? But I feel with all this major arcana going on in the past, present, and kind of subconsciously, if you look at the overhead, it's kind of on the left and on the bottom here, and then right in the center we have this configuration, right? This kind of triumvirate of spiritual energies. So I feel like the past and your unconscious are both kind of coming to a point right here in the center where things are going to change, right? The way things have been going for, again, probably your whole life, they can't continue that way, right? Everything is converging. The past and your kind of subconscious, your unconscious, are converging, okay? And what they're converging on really is this Eon card. This Judgment card, rebirth, reawakening, baptism by fire. We're going to get to that in a moment. But I'm getting this strong feeling from you that you are very compassionate, very understanding, very tolerant, very patient, right? You try to always look deep into a person and see their essential goodness, right? We see this figure's behind a veil. You're trying to penetrate through that veil, through whatever kind of mask this person wears, whatever their persona, whatever their personal history, whatever their past, their upbringing, right? Whatever personality they have that's covering up their essential goodness. You try to look past that. And I think you have looked past that for some time, okay? Because that's part of who you are. I think that's the best part of your Aquarian nature, right? Now, this Eon, or Judgment, Rebirth, Reawakening, Baptism by Fire card, this is really a significant change in the flow of energy with this person. This card is really covering this person. And the past and the unconscious are converging right on top of this issue with this person. Things are changing. There is perhaps a specific decision that you are going to have to make regarding this person, and it could be something very practical in life. But this decision could be more about your intention, your focus, your energy, and what direction you're going to take. It could be a conscious choice for you to move in your own direction, to finally, well, I guess in some ways to stop being so tolerant of this person, right? To maybe accept who they are, how they are, that's fine, but it's not for you, right? So I feel like there's really a turning point here. We're really kind of right at the turnstile here. And we can go through it into our own unique, very special future. Or we can stay where we are and have this power struggle, have this emotional roller coaster, etc. So it really is a decision that's coming up for you. Again, I think in the next 7 days, you're going to start realizing that this is a very significant moment in your life. Now, it could be a moment that extends for several days or even weeks or months. And indeed, it probably has been building up for a long time. Like I said, this could be really your entire history with this person. But with this Eon or Judgment card, it really is, it's a difficult situation. It's not going to be easy. But it could be that very definite resolution, that very confident decision to break free from this sort of control, this sort of maybe oversight, maybe this influence from this maternal figure. And it's not going to be easy, but I feel like there needs to be, I don't want to say a break or a split or anything like that, but I do feel like you need to maybe shift gears, change direction, and go your way, right? Without being tied to this in such a way that it is, I think it's keeping you from progressing, okay? I feel like it's keeping you kind of locked into this dynamic. If we look at these cards just without the the Eon card here. You're stuck between these major forces, and the emotional turmoil goes from good to bad to good. And it's all centered around this maternal figure, right? And this is your past, this is your history, this is the power struggle, this is your struggle for your own uniqueness, for your own expression. You have always felt that you had to fight for your autonomy. You've had to fight for your kind of right to be in control of yourself and your own body, mind, destiny, right? And then underneath it all, there's also this unconscious tendency to assume that these maternal figures, or that our elders or people in our lives, society, know what's best for us, right? So you've been stuck between really a rock and a hard place, or this water and a hard place. And it's all centered around this maternal figure, this Queen of Cups. But next 7 days, I think this portal, this doorway, this wormhole really is going to appear before you, okay? And it's not going to be easy, but I think that is the way that we transcend this situation and we get ourselves over to the path of the Serpent, which we see a lot of different energy over here, right? Still water and major, water major, water major. But something that I think is bringing us to our future, that is allowing us to unfold as we were meant to unfold, rather than keeping us kind of locked in, or keeping our world, our perception centered around this maternal figure, okay? Now let's go to the recent past here. We talked about this a little bit. This is the 11th mystery of the tarot, the lust or strength card. Recent past, I think distant past. Okay, I think probably your whole life. That struggle for control, that struggle for power, the struggle for authority over your own body, mind, heart, soul, destiny, future, right? I think that whether this is an actual fact or just something that we perceived, something that we believed to be true, but I feel like this maternal figure always kind of had a handle on your life for you, gave you direction. You always perhaps willingly took advice from them and followed their advice, followed their lead, followed their suggestions. It may not be an outright control telling you what to do, bossing you around. It may not be that blatant, but a little maybe passive-aggressive comment or suggestion, dropping the subtle hint, right? Maybe not so subtle. And that was the control. That was the form of manipulation, honestly. Okay? And I feel like you've been struggling to get your own power, struggling to take control of your life and be your own leader, right? To realize that you don't have anyone to answer to but yourself and your own conscience, higher soul, higher self, God, goddess, deity, that sort of thing. Now for this water energy, we have some 8 cups up here at the top. This is, I think, what's been really in your conscious awareness lately, is just trying to get a balance here. Just trying to stop the up and down, right? We know we're on this roller coaster. We just don't want the constant hills and dives and climbs. Can it just be flat for a while? Can we just have it be smooth, at least for some time now, you know? So this is almost a sense of just trying to keep the peace, just trying to keep things level and even and smooth as much as possible, not wanting to rock the boat. And this is almost a resolve to the fact that this person isn't going to change. This is just the reality. This is what I have to accept. Let me at least make it as painless as possible. Okay. The 8 of Cups. We're looking for a way to establish just a gentle flow, not rock the boat. We don't want any choppy waters, right? We don't want any of these, rapids. We just want a nice, gentle flow for now, right? as little turmoil as possible. So in some ways, this is an accepting of the situation. This is kind of resigning yourself to this control or this influence or this manipulation and not consciously fighting against it, because that's going to rock the boat, right? I think that's where you've been maybe the last few days. Down beneath everything, Hierophant card. This is some good earth energy here. I'm getting this feeling like in some ways you've been taught to, like I said, respect your elders, respect the authority, to believe that you need this sort of help. Do you know what I mean? Because the Hierophant, and beneath the surface, it's something that's been kind of built into you. This idea that you need help. You need someone to tell you, give you guidance. You need someone to kind of show you how you should be doing things, right? It's almost like we've been trained to accept this lust or strength card in the past, this kind of giving up our control to someone else. Again, in maybe more unconscious, more subtle ways than just, actively saying, okay, yeah, you can make all the decisions for me. Whatever you say, I'll do. May not be that obvious, I feel like this is something we've been taught or trained to believe. That we need outside assistance. That we can't do it. We don't have the strength to make our own decisions, right? This card, decisions. We need other people to help us make decisions, to help us figure out what's best for our lives, okay? And I don't think I really agree with that. But what we have in the immediate future, or perhaps part of the way forward, is the Six of Cups. Now, this is that smooth sailing that we were looking for. This is that Eight of Cups that's not choppy, it's not rocky, there's no ups and downs. The roller coaster is just kind of flat, level, and smooth. This is an ease. This is, like I said, what we are looking for. This is why we are just kind of going with the flow a little bit, so that we can have a relatively smooth, easy time of things, right? We don't want to just live in turmoil and fighting and conflict and friction. So we're looking for this balance, this harmony. But the thing about this is that this is actual harmony. This is actual fairness, above and below. 3 on top, 3 on the bottom. It's even, it's balanced, it's resonating, it's fair, it's reciprocating. This isn't the kind of balance that we're achieving in this situation. The balance feels like you are sacrificing, you are giving so much in order to establish some semblance of balance. But it's not balance in the true sense of the word. It's extreme imbalance. But at least it's keeping things smooth and mellow and keeping the boat from rocking. Okay? So we want this Six of Cups, but we want this literally. We want this in actuality, not just what we can perceive as, okay, there's no fighting, there's no arguing, there's no tension and friction, so we've achieved some sort of balance. Well, yeah, that may be the perception and the experience of it in that moment, but it's not an effective balance, right? So we're going to go to the path of the serpent now. And I think it's through this decision, through this conscious kind of effort to say, look, this is the turning point. I got to do something different. I've got to make a decision. Whatever the decision is, if it's, moving or having that a kind of final discussion, standing up for yourself and saying, I'm not going to live this way anymore. I don't know the exact situation. Okay? I do know that these cards are always correct. If you're pulling tarot cards, you're never going to get an incorrect tarot card. Okay? The problem is, as the interpreter, I might not know exactly how to apply all these cards to your specific situation. And that's why I ask you to connect with the images and the energies and use your own intuition. Okay? And while we're here pausing in the reading, leave me some comments. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if this is resonating with you. I like to just check in with everybody once in a while. Okay, path of the Serpent here. We start with the 4. So the 4 is a little bit of balance. This is the boat not rocking. Okay, this isn't perfect harmony and equilibrium and balance and respect and mutual affection and support and all that kind of stuff. It's not quite that. But this is getting away from the friction, getting away from the tumultuous relationship, right? This is kind of just being able to take a breath, right? You're getting far enough away from this energy that you can just catch your breath. You can chill for a minute, you know? And this is the first step here. This is kind of what we need to decompress from this situation, to get out from underneath the weight of it and just be able to kind of settle into ourselves, rest our bodies, rest our minds, rest our heart and our spirit from this. Because I feel like it was a very exhausting situation. Very exhausting. And to start the path of the Serpent with this 4 of Cups is telling me that you need a little bit of rest, right? You gotta take it easy for a minute. Pause for a beat, catch your breath. Okay? Let your cups kind of fill up. Have a glass of water, literally. You know? Recover. Get your bearings. We like to use the kind of the marine analogy with the nautical analogies with the 4 of Cups especially. So this is getting your bearings. This isn't you're not just sailing away full speed in one particular direction. You've gotten far enough away from the situation that you can kind of anchor for a minute. You can check the boat, make sure everything's good, make sure there are no holes, no rips in the sails. Get your bearings, check your map, check your compass. Check your compass. This is kind of the compass. Right? Wheel of Fortune, the 10th mystery of the tarot. I'm getting a K name with this card. I'm hearing a hard K sound. Could be a C or a K. This card's in your environment. This is you really kind of, checking the wind, right? Getting a feel for where you are, what's around you, and what direction you want to sail. Checking your compass. Plotting your course on your map. Okay? Figuring things out. What is it really that's inside of you bursting, right? Ready to get out. Fighting to be expressed. Who are you and what are you doing? Where are you going? These are questions that I think you've always wanted to ask, tried to ask, but have not really been able to fully explore. So now that we're anchored here, let's say in the bay, where we're protected from storms and swells and everything, we're anchored here in the bay. Take as much time as you need. Right? You're on nobody's timetable but your own. And figure out where you want to go. This is this great Jupiter energy. Jupiter says, hey, pick a direction. We can go. I'll give you good wind. I'll give you ample food and fresh water and sunshine and, you'll have everything that you need. You'll have everything that you need. This Jupiter energy, very, very supportive, very encouraging. Wants you to expand and explore. It almost doesn't matter what point on the map you pick. As long as you pick a point, plot your course, and you head that way, right? As long as you're exploring, you're out in the open ocean once again, and you're figuring things out, figuring out what you want, where you're going, what are you doing, and who are you? Now the very next card, I like this water energy. This is the Knight of Cups. This is some fire of water. Okay? This is you taking some of this water energy, some of this emotion, some of this, the roller coaster, and then this desire to have this beautiful, harmonious, reciprocating, affectionate, like loving, respectful relationship or experience of life. Well, this is perhaps a water sign person that's coming into your life that you can have that with, right? This could be, in all honesty, the an evolved, perhaps, an evolved relationship with this maternal energy. It could be a change in that relationship. Now, this card's in the position of your fears, worries, and concerns. I think what you're afraid of is that even if you make this major decision in your life, you make this decision to, again, sail away from the storm, get into the bay, anchor, figure out things. I think the concern is that nothing's going to change, that this person is not going to change their ways or come to any deeper knowledge of their behaviors or their energies, that nothing really is going to be any different. Or that this person is going to then get in their boat and come chasing you into that bay, and that the trouble won't leave you alone. But this could also be that, hey, maybe this decision that you're making, maybe what you're doing, going your own way, putting some distance between you and this situation, is going to change the dynamic between you and this maternal figure. Maybe there is going to be a transformation, a metamorphosis of the dynamic between the two of you. Things are going to change. Something to be open to. Okay? Something to be open to. Now, the very next card is saying, yes, you need to be open to that. But you also, art or temperance, you also need to recognize when you're just being pulled back in to this situation. You need to have the discernment. You need to have the awareness and the perception to know if this person has or has not changed. Is this more of the same, or is this actually kind of turning over a new leaf, right? So the art or temperance card is really able to see the wood for the trees. You can see the details. You know kind of what you're looking for. Is this the same old? Or is this a positive change? Okay. But this whole reading is not about this other person and how they need to change and they should be treating you better and respecting you. No, if that's how they want to live, fine. We can't change other people. So what you're doing is you are making plans for your life based on this new flow of energy. You've gotten out of that situation. You're anchored in the bay, getting your bearings, checking your compass, plotting your course. And you're going to set sail for whatever your future is. With or without this maternal energy person, it could be that you are encountering someone completely new, right? It could be that through your travels, through this new journey that you're on, you're going to meet somebody new that is going to, fulfill you in these kinds of ways. Could be a romantic thing, could be a friend, it could be, anything like that. But the point here is that you're never going to explore this path here, path of the serpent, unless we get away from what's going on in the path of the dove. Okay. And I'm not saying to just kind of cut ties and run. I'm not saying that the best way is to just escape, run away from your problems. No. But I feel like you've endured this, you've struggled against this for a long time. Now you need a new strategy, the art or temperance card. I think art is really the good key word here, because you need to have a very kind of subtle strategy. You need to have a kind of gentle hand when you're putting together this course, when you're plotting your course. And you need to realize that so many things are possible for you once you start making your own plans, plotting your own course. Okay. Let's go to the mystery card. I kind of think the mystery card should be a little more fire energy, because we didn't have a lot of that. We had some in this major arcana, some in this major arcana over here, but not really a lot of really good, personal, useful fire energy. Practical kind of thing. So maybe, we'll see. Oh, an Ace of Pentacles. This is almost the physical, literal, manifested compass, right? We got the Wheel of Fortune, the Jupiter energy. Looks like a compass. Maybe in theory. This is the theoretical compass. This is you really in practice creating these new opportunities for you. This is you now traveling according to this course that you've plotted, checking your literal compass to know what direction to go. And this is every waypoint along the way, every little island that you visit, every little thing that you encounter on your journey. These are all new experiences. These are all potential life paths, potential successes, just, opportunities, really. Each of these, it's like these are all little islands. And, you're free now to visit any of them. Stay for as long as you want. Make it your home, right? Stay for a while, see what you can build, what you can grow, and then maybe move on. But it's your choice. You're in control. You've got the wheel here, right? You've got your compass. You've got this Jupiter energy that is really telling you you can travel in any direction and you will find success and fulfillment. You'll find a sense of meaning and purpose. You just have to kind of take that first step. Really, we have to make this first decision, this initial doorway is what we need. This could be literally walking out of the house, going your own way. All right. We're going to go to the extended reading. If you want to come along, please click on the link that's right up here. And you can have access to all of the extendeds. This was your weekly reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. Aquarius, thank you so much for letting me read for you.